Hi. So the bearings are dry. I need to oil them up. The scene is not about that right now. So I found out like all my boards are, missing the pivot cups, and the available pivot cup which I usually order from Pizzo Skateboards, the Indian skateboard distributor or seller. It seems to be running out of the stock of for the pivot cups, and any new pivot cup in my old setup is chewing up and it's spitting it out, and I am running out of options. So that's when, as I told you, this I never was intended to do it. I thought like this is going to be my last option, and I was pretty excited to try it, though that I am not going to deny. Okay, so since I am running out of options, I've tried this and it's working, but I do not know how long this is going to fit properly inside, or if this is going to come out. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate a small thing that could be helpful for you. Suppose if you are running out of pivot cups, if you're falling into a pivot cup issue. Okay, so cut a cylindrical strip like this, and and roll it like a cylinder. Okay, and insert it inside your base plate pivot hole. Okay, or a pivot mold. Okay, and then you got to use a butane torch. You should have a butane torch. Only that will be able to concentrate the flame in the right direction. Okay, if you use a candle, it'll cause you carbon black on everywhere it is falling, and you won't be able to properly focus the flame where you actually need it. So when you apply the flame, this you know this is actually coming off from a soda bottle, plastic bottle. Okay, so these are extremely durable. So even when you put this onto a flame, I'm showing a sample right now, and this is not going to catch fire immediately. It'll shrink. Okay, shrink and harden. Okay, so when you cut this strip into a right height and put it inside your pivot, and put some butane flame there, it's going to take the shape of the pivot. Okay, this is not the only shape that will be enough for you. What you got to do is cut a square block. Okay, make it two if possible. Okay, and make it two in the sense like something like this. So you put this in this fashion. Okay, and this is going to take the shape of the top mold of the pivot cup. It's going to cover the top, and this is going to sit in top of that pivot. Okay, this is working. I tried it. I'll show you the time lapse after this. So you got to put this. It's not going to sit easily inside the pivot, except especially in this shape as the pivot cup is. Okay, so you got to try to put this, or try to hold it with some scissors in, and then torch it a little bit so that it takes the shape of the pivot cup. And once it is slightly warm, try to use your hanger and insert it inside the pivot cup so that it takes the shape properly, and then put this cylindrical thing and torch it. It's going to form a pivot cup for you, and this is actually very durable. It's not going to tear up easily. And only thing is, like, I'm not sure if it would by the movement of the hanger moving like this, and forward and to the left and right, when you're trying to turn, or due to vibration, all that. I'm not sure like if it escape the sides, escape from the sides of the pivot, and fall off. Except for that fear, I have put some 2 layers on each side of the trucks, longboard trucks especially, and made this scene made this makeshift Frankenstein pivot cups for me. Okay, so all you got to find is some soda bottle, and you need to have some torch like this, or a lighter. If you have a lighter, if you can get some a dollar lighter from a supermarket store, you should be able to do this. Okay, make sure you get a butane lighter. Okay, so that should work. Yeah, let's go check this setup. Okay, thank you. So that's my rear 0-degree torque. It has the pivot bot, pivot being filled by the soda bottle. You could see that a little bit. Okay, that's working. And here is the front truck with the same, the plastic bottle pivot. Okay, can you see? Yeah. So my worry is like it shouldn't escape, but for now I did some iterations like this. Forgive, you're going to see some plain foot, barefoot. Okay, so I'm inside my home. It's my room. So I tried to, I have a glow tape from a piece of skateboards. I still have it. So I just tried to rake it like this, so that the wheels turn a bit. This creak is coming from the deck. This is a super flexible deck and mounted to the central frame. So even after this kind of rake, I did about 50 iterations. The pivot thing is not coming out. Okay, and so is on the rear. So this thing works for now. So if you are from watching my video from a different country, and if you fall into such problems and you couldn't find a nearest skate shop, you could probably apply this technique, and it should work for a short distance. I'm going to try it for my 4-kilometer rides, which I'm planning for all May warm-up challenge to cover a bare minimum of 100 kilometers. So I'll tell you the feedback by Saturday, but until then, this seems to be working for now. I've got a whole lot of boards, that's my mat here. So that's the drop longboard. This one also seemed to have cracked the pivot. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to do that for every board that I have. Peace. Hi. Okay, there is a breakthrough in the idea of repairing the pivot cups. Okay, I found some in Amazon. Actually, it's not like it's not available in India, but those products are coming from abroad. Okay, so the time to ship the package, custom clearance, and transferring the international shipment to local courier service and making them to come to you, for Amazon people to do this massive task. They are incredibly wonderful people who have brought many products to me in hand, including bones. That's how I got the bones bearing remover and all that. But what I'm trying to say is, the pivot cup, if I'm going to order now, it's going to reach me only by end of May. By end of May, my May warm-up challenge would have been done, and I would be waiting to begin the virtual races for Skate IDSA. Okay, until May, end of May, I have to survive, right? So this is the pivots, and this is the view you see after riding with the Uhuru, and this is how the pivot cup looks. Okay, already these are cast pivots and hangers and all that, so this is all single cast. So it's not perfect ideal, it's mass produced from probably China. I'm not sure of the source, but my board was from China anyways, so it's not perfect, but it works. That's the point. So insert it properly. Actually, my board was writing like this anyways, so I'm sorry. I found various solutions, as in like you could use um, I kind of it's over here, some soda, PET bottles, bottle cover as pivot cups, or these OHP sheets. These are very durable actually. You could use that because the kind of rubbing that is happening between the pivot cup and the pivot, it's a metal grind. So because depending upon the rider's weight, the number of vibrations that you get out of your ride, these pivot are going to grind a lot, and that's why you see some shiny pivot here. It already got grounded a little bit, creating friction inside. And yeah, today I was approached by a wonderful human being who I have known through Facebook distance skating community groups, Mr. Christopher Guillemette, and he is a theater artist as well. He does some wonderful animations and all that. So he approached with the video where he has done some photo walk, and he asked me if I can showcase it in my YouTube channel. And this is my first ever entry, and I did not know how to approach this. I was completely into renaming my ride numbers from Strava. I was reiterating everything. I was counting all the missed rides, and because I was using a mobile phone to track my rides before with Strava, and it took a hell of a lot of time for me in working that, and I was able to finally figure out 2021's rides. Whatever that was under calculated by Strava, while I was using 3 trackers like Bike Tracker, Relive, and Strava. I coupled every data and I was able to figure it out for 2021. Now I have completely renamed my rides. There was 39 extra rides which I did not count at all. So now I have renamed all my rides, and my total long distance skating ride now count to 238. And if I go for today's ride after the repair, I might be doing 239th ride. And I have completed 200th ride in last year August itself. 2023 August itself. I didn't know there were many other rides which I did not count, wherein like I never knew about Strava and Relive before. So yeah, exclude that. Let's talk about whatever that was available. So I was renaming and I was working on that. Mr. Christopher Guillemette came with this idea. Then I have to go prepare myself, ready my board, and go for a ride today. So there was so much pressure in my head. So I told him like I'll watch the video, and I'll decide it by evening, or I'll upload it by evening or so. And he said like, it's okay, I'll upload it to Vimeo and all that. Such a sweet person, because like we had some confusions about copyright music. I always use audio library from YouTube Music or a GarageBand, and I don't know about the source of his music. So he said like he will upload it to Vimeo. Hope he understood it in the right way. Thank you, sir. You've been so kind to me. Thanks for approaching me. This is also very new to me, with showcasing my fellow distance skaters talent in my YouTube channel. So I didn't know how to approach, and my YouTube, as it is, I had to meet the monetization requirements. Like I don't have the 1,000 subscribers or 4,000 hours of view, so all that, and I've never know what release I have to do in case of purchasing or showcasing a talent's video in my channel and all that. So we settled for a different thought. So he's going to re-edit, or he might upload it to his Vimeo account. I would totally recommend you to check his work. He's a wonderful man. and he suggested me when I told him like I'm between all these things, I'll take time to watch your video by evening or something. He suggested me about the bicycle tube idea. Until then, I had only one idea in my mind, to use OHP sheets and the soda PET bottle material for substituting as a pivot cup material. He suggested me to use the bicycle tube or tire as the pivot cups. That's a breakthrough idea for me. So because of his idea, this is going to happen. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to cut a piece of tire tube, which will definitely form the shape of the pivot so easily. I'll be able to insert the pivot inside the pivot cup, I mean pivot hole, okay, where the pivot cup has to sit. The material and the material thickness, it's going to be fine and great. This one I got for free from the local bicycle repairman. He was kind enough to give me this for 10 bucks, and yeah, 10 bucks are free, I'm not sure. Yeah, so thanks. We are going to replace it with the bicycle tube now. Okay, thank you. That's a long story, but it's my personal vlog and it's a slice of life thing, so you got to hear this slice of life about skateboarding, with you guys. So thank you, Mr. Christopher Guillemot, for sharing your kindness and compassion. Most importantly, I got to mention this. I have been off because of not able to get or fetch things which are industry standards, which have been used by many people in the distance skating community. The competition boards that they use for ultra skate events and all that. Due to lack of such things, many people have came forward voluntarily to help me. They wanted to send me a Rolls came up with the idea of giving me a Rolls wood deck for a discounted price. Then Major Art Trucks gave me a discount. Then Mr. Stefan Keikel, he is from Black Dog Skateboards. After the interview, he actually offered me a zero fork, 0-degree fork, which was new product for his lineup, as a token of love. And few people offered me Bennett Vector trucks, and Mr. Christopher Guillemot today offered me riptide pivot cups and all that. He said like, I'll bear the entire cost of sending it to you, and all the tax and IGST and everything, and all the people who have spoken to me before, they wanted to send it to me, just like that. Even if I send it to you, if it is too expensive for me, can you bear the custom duty and all that? That was the least requirement they were having. There are so many kind people, so just to not give a bad impression that I'm coming from India, and I shouldn't leave an impression that every Indians are like this. So I politely and kindly declined all the offer they have offered me so far since I started my distance skating. So they have been so kind to me. That's what I want to say. Distance community and the people in distance community are amazing. That's what I want to say. So thank you once again for being so kind and compassionate towards the fellow distance skater. So let's go try this bicycle tube idea. I'm super confident and excited about this. I know it will work better than my idea. Anyways, thank you. Peace. Bye. Hi, I'm back. You saw the time lapse. So that's how I packed my bicycle tube into the pivot cup area and inserted my pivot inside. So I used 3 slices along with a OHP sheet. So yeah, it kind of OHP sheet could give some, you know, frictionless environment here because tube could stick there and the pressure and movement of the pivot could wear them out as well. And these are not per like a single unit, so due to swift movement it could actually come off. I'm not sure, so I fitted that. This is a test one, it worked. So I'll go ahead and apply this logic to Uhuru board, and if it works for my ride today, I'm going to put that for my other longboard as well, the drop longboard, which I'm using it as a top mount. Okay, thank you. Peace. Thank you, Christopher Glomutz. You're amazing. Peace. Hi. What you see is the front side of my Uhuru, front fork of my Uhuru. I have replaced it with the bicycle tube. Okay, so hold on a second. I'll show. So front side of the pivot is completely done. Okay, and I've done the same with the rear 0-degree pivot. Okay, or the 0-degree trucks pivot. Okay, so the additional advantage here is we already set up the soda bottles, PET bottles plastic inside as a pivot cup protector. So additional to that soda bottles plastic which is inside, we have added the bicycle tube. Okay, and additional point which I want to add here is this might work Okay, but we also have the risk of the hanger and the pivot. Wait, it's not focusing. Yeah, it's focusing now. Hanger on the pivot damaging the bicycle tube. Okay, so here is the bicycle tube that I have, and this bicycle tube, I tried to press the hanger against the bicycle tube. Okay, it's only the weight of my hand. Okay, so I tried to press the hanger like this against the table, okay, where I have a cutting mat. So I tried to press it against this. The natural design of this hanger itself has some, like sharp edge. Besides, it got, worn out a little bit, but that doesn't affect. So it's, if you are using only the bicycle tube for as an insulation material to, or some sort of protection material between your pivot cup hole and as a pivot cup, it will protect your hanger from having the friction and all that for some distance, but after some distance it will actually wither. You can see the cut that is happened here. So yeah, that thing is there, but we have the additional protection of the soda bottle plastic, which is too strong. And if you have only OHP sheets, use several layers of OHP sheet. That's going to provide a good protection as well. So this is done, and I'll be testing this today afternoon for riding 4 kilometers or so. But for now, these hangers are extremely tight. It's not easily turnable with hands, but it works, but it's not that flexible. Thank you. Peace. Bye. Okay. This is the same setup which I showed you right now, which had the PET bottle plastic as pivot cups. Additionally, we insert some bicycle tubes, which we cut into cylindrical pieces, rectangular pieces, which was cylindrical, we cut into rectangular pieces, placed inside the pivot hole and inserted the pivot from the hanger and set this woohoo, right? So this is working incredible actually. I never expected this, except for the fact that hanger and the pivot hole mouth is coming into contact and creating some creaks. This setup is working just fine. Okay, so yeah, I'm very, very happy about this setup. I think I can comfortably do the May warm-up challenge with this setup for 4 kilometers and probably use the Puente one for weekly once ride. I'm also considering cutting up the tire a little bit and using it instead of the bicycle tubes. We'll think about it. Okay, so I'm extremely happy. This setup is a super success. So yes, every other setup worked for the first ride, but I think this will go for multiple rides because the diameter of a bicycle tube is little higher than the pivot cup itself. It's 18A there, so this is a little more than that. So, oh yeah, thanks. It works. Bye bye. So I'm back from my ride. I'll show you the stats later, but this setup works. I completed 4 kilometers today. Okay, only the turns are a little tighter. You can't turn freely. You have to plan ahead and make a straight line as much as possible in a turn, which is almost 90 degrees. Okay, so this thing works. The rake is good. It got adjusted later. I'm happy about this setup. I'm so thankful to Mr. Christopher Guillemot for suggesting me the bicycle tubes as a packing material I additionally used it with my pet bottle plastic pivot cups. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Peace. This helps. Hope this helps someone sometime in tough times. Bye.